Hey guys, this is OracleDaphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back today to do a different style reading than I've ever done. Although this was inspired by one of the readings I did over on IG where the charms came out in this like interesting clock type uh, pattern, and I read as if there was like a clock there. And so I was like, I had this idea that I wanted to really use numbers and use like a clock as a way to get information and maybe get some time frames and see what comes through the numbers. I'm a big numbers person. A lot of astrologers also are interested in numerology. So some of you who are interested in numbers might really enjoy this reading. This is a charm reading, but I'm using like this clock here to kind of get information. And I already can see like there's a whole bunch of messages that want to come through with this reading. Now, this reading is for all signs. And it's a timeless reading, so you could be watching this at any point in time. And this is the first of its kind. I haven't done this kind of style reading in the past. I did something similar over on IG, like I said, but I hadn't drawn out the clock. So today's the first day I'm doing this. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this reading. Please like this reading, share, comment. If you're new, please subscribe. And of course, all donations are really appreciated. Even if it's just like $20, I appreciate it so much. My Cash App and PayPal and Venmo information are in the description box. I am still offering private readings. It's $100. My pricing has returned to $100 for 30 minutes until basically I think sometime maybe next summer. So that's what's up. Thank you guys so much for being supportive fans and followers. I just really appreciate everybody's support. So I am just going to jump in and see what I get. One of the first messages actually that wants to come through is, at midnight, okay, you're going to maybe be woken up by, I want to say like noise. You could be, you could have children. This is a little boy. You could have kids. It could be any age, but it's like noise from a child. You could be, woken up also by, if you live in like an urban area, people outside yelling or talking loudly. I feel like this is very specific to those of you who have kids or have babies or have someone who's around that is little, or someone around that's masculine and is going to wake you up like at midnight or after midnight. It could be after midnight as well. That's what I'm seeing. I also feel like there is some kind of mess that they have made or they're going to make, and you're going to have to clean it up. I feel like for those of you masculines, or like even those of you feminines who are watching, you could be surprised by, I want to say, an apology, from somebody who did you wrong, or someone who's trying to clean up a mess that they made. I feel like they have regrets, or they're very sorry about something that they did. And I feel like they're going to reach out to you, and it's going to come after hours. It's going to come, I want to say after midnight, for many of you. They might respond to you maybe like, maybe on their lunch break as well. Like somebody might call or text on their lunch break. I'm also seeing that as well. I'm also seeing this cleaning up of the mess. There's something about cleaning up a mess, or just cleaning in general. For some of you, really being focused on cooking, cleaning, and all that stuff. And that's like the main focus. It's coming through at the 12 o'clock hour. So I feel like some of you might be actually staying up late. It may be too late cooking and cleaning, or maybe eating late. So you're going to have to watch your diet, or watch like the things that you eat later in the evening. For some of you, eating like a midnight snack kind of thing. I feel like also for some of you, this is with this little shovel here with the love on it. This usually indicates like some third party situation. So this is texting after hours, sexting after hours. This is calling after hours, hookups that are late, that happen after midnight. Okay. So this is one of the things that was coming through that was like very, very strong. I do see unexpected travel, okay, through the five o'clock here. The 5 to me is like a number of change. And the sea heart, I have the sea heart, it's a sea bean, which grows in the rainforest and can travel for miles and miles on water. And it's considered good luck. And for some of you, you're going to be traveling unexpectedly, but the trip is going to go well, okay? Some of you may be planning on moving or planning on taking a trip, but I see it being an unexpected move or unexpected travel for some of you, and it's going to go very well. It's going to be very blessed. With it feels the bean itself feels very smooth today. So it's very smooth, despite the fact that it's coming through the 5 o'clock. The 5 again is unpredictable change. I also feel, interestingly, because this is kind of chunky, this may be a chunk of change or unexpected money. That's a chunk that you're getting that is unexpected from someone that comes kind of out of the blue. I'm seeing it come out of the blue. With regards to money, another message regarding money, we have this coin here that's coming through the 4 o'clock. It could come through the 444 portal. Anytime, and if you see a lot of 444s, that's when money's coming to you. It's very, it's sent with love, or it's very blessed, or it's very timely. Anytime I see a 444 or 4444, I know that I'm going to get money soon thereafter, either that day or after. It's very, very positive for financials. So I see this as a very positive financial message for many of you. Let's see what else. I feel like, okay, so we have this interesting shooting star that's coming through the number 9. And some of you are going to be, I don't know, I want to say like it's an ending of some kind. You're going to be really analyzing what is over in your life. Like for some of you, this is also receiving like, a text from an ex or somebody from the past, something that was long forgotten, or that may have come into your life really fast and out of your life really fast. The shooting star to me represents also like sometimes a one night stand or something that really was short lived. And it's coming through the 9. So it's like it didn't really go as far as it could have. And so some of you may be really examining like your relationships and, how you want to take those, in the future, and maybe reconsidering, or looking, I want to say just looking back at the past. To me, it looks, the shooting star is something that's like came in and is over because it's the 9 o'clock. It feels like it's over. There's something that's over in your life. For some of you who want to engage with like an ex, that's up to you. I also see pregnancy coming through that is unexpected here between the 9 and the 10. For some of you, this would be like a pregnancy that happened later in a woman's life. So I want to say 30 or over. Those of you who are 30 and over who are wanting to get pregnant, I see a pregnancy. I'm seeing specifically, early 30s up to 35, 36. This would be an unexpected pregnancy or something that you didn't see coming. I see this shooting star as like a relationship that you didn't see coming as well. Like it can be a very blessed child or something coming through miraculously. A shooting star to me is like a miracle as well. And it's coming through the 9. So it's coming at a point in time in which you gave up on it. At a time where you're like, okay, yeah, this is never going to happen. For some of you, this is like almost like a wish come true, or something that you wished on a long time ago. For some of you, like if you had a specific dream or something that you specifically were like, I really want to buy a farm in Vermont, okay, for example, okay. Or something like that, and you'd always, you always wanted it, you wished for it, and then maybe you forgot about it, and you went and lived in the city for a while, and you just like forgot about it, and then like someone comes out of the blue from like old family that you had forgotten about, that you hadn't seen in 100 years, and they're like, hey, there's this old farmhouse, do you want it, So I feel for many of you, it's going to be one of those things where You're not going to see this coming, this miracle or whatever comes through this 9 here like this. You're not going to see that. And it's very blessed. I do feel it's very blessed. I feel like though the energy of something that's over is going to resonate with you. Like you're going to be like, okay, something is over. It could also be something that comes through an inheritance or comes through somebody who's passed away as well. Like, okay, so somebody who's, passed away and you're like, okay, you wish them well and you bless them on the, their journey. And then, you go on with your life. And then suddenly, you see, you find out that there's been something left to you. I also see that. Okay. So I want to talk about what's coming through the 6 o'clock hour. We have the little red dress and we have this little heart here. It's sexy. Okay. It's being sexy. It's feeling sexy. It's maybe shopping or fixing up your hair or really paying attention to your makeup or skincare routine. It's going out on dates. It's having, shorter term relationships, because this little charm here represents shorter term relationships, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. It's not long-term relationship, but it's fun, Hang on one second. So the thing about it is that, a lot of people are like, okay, they want a relationship, which is like, they're going to be able to lock it in, okay, for like 100 years. Like this is the only person they're ever going to date again. And they're going to get married, but like, they're not having fun in the meantime. And it's really hard to attract a long-term partner when you're not having fun at all. So like you need to get back on the horse. Okay. Whoever's like watching this, if you haven't gone out on any dates, you need to go out on dates and have some fun and let your hair down, and you're going to attract somebody that's more of a long-term partner. I mean, nobody wants to really date somebody, for the long term when they're unhappy and miserable and they don't go out, they don't have a social life, and they're spending most of their days in their pajamas. It's just not going to attract a long-term partner. So that's what's coming through there. Okay. So interestingly, I want to talk about this piece. Now this almost is like a hand on the clock. Okay. And it is pointing to the 8 o'clock. Okay. It's pointing to the 8 o'clock and it's pointing to this clover charm. Okay. And this clover charm is, a charm that represents also like a pentacles charm. It represents money coming through and luck coming through. This is going to sound odd. I do feel, okay, so it's like I'm seeing like an 8 ball, and I'm seeing that movie, Ocean's 8, and I'm seeing like, to me, this feels like a win of some kind. Now, I normally don't talk about lottery and stuff like that. It could be. I don't really want to go there because I feel like it gives people the wrong impression. And I feel like for some of you who do gamble, I see gambling, but I don't necessarily feel like that's what this message is only about. I feel like it's about being lucky. It's about winning, but it's not necessarily about money. It feels like, and with the clover and the pentacle, it could be, okay, that there's money involved in some way. But it's not like you went and gambled and you won like $100,000. It's not like that. It's more like you got what you wanted. And this is like, Ocean's 8, she had that lover's revenge move at the very end of that movie. And I called the lover's, she called it lover's delight, where she got back at somebody. So to me, this is money coming to you through somebody who owed you, or somebody did you wrong, or somebody didn't treat you right. And this is like somebody saying, they're sorry and they're sending some money. But I also feel like this is like some kind of luck that you have, that you get what you want. And it's not necessarily money related. My guides are confirming that. It's more of like something goes through. Something is like going to go through where you're very lucky that it went through. Okay. So for example, if you applied to something and they told you it was going to take a really long time for it to go through, but it only took like 6 weeks, that would be really lucky. And you would have, whatever you had as the result. If for some reason, like something goes through and you receive it, it's going to be very blessed, very lucky the time that you're getting it. That's what I see. And it's more of like, again, kind of like a personal win. I also feel for some of you, it has to do with taking chances and your career. And for some of you, this is like, placing a bet on yourself, being like, okay, I'm going to make a career move, or I'm going to do XYZ in my career. And it's going to be really lucky. Like whatever it is that you do, you're going to be in the spotlight, or you're going to be really blessed by that decision or blessed by that career move. For some of you, it's business related. And for some of you, like making, money through a business. I feel like, because I'm seeing being shown that movie, this is where you get some personal like element of a win. And it's hard because everybody has personal wins, whatever your personal best is. For some of you, if you do any kind of sports or anything where you are like maybe in school, your personal best would be maybe getting a really great grade. Your personal best would be winning at, a competitive sport. Your personal best would be, I don't know, just overcoming some kind of challenge that you'd had. So I feel like this can go in a lot of different directions, but it's really cool that it's coming through the 8, and I really like to see that. We have this interesting, we have my favorite little card here, which represents things to do with your car, things that to do with servicing, getting your car fixed. This is very practical stuff coming through the 7. And I like it because there's a little button here, and that little button represents almost like a miracle happening, or something that, 7 to me is a very lucky number as well. So to me, this is like, maybe getting a new car or getting a really good deal on a car. For some of you, getting lucky and having a lot of really safe travel, where everything really goes well. For those of you who are getting your car fixed, this is where maybe you get a good deal, on getting your car fixed, and it's actually a lot less than you thought it would be. And you're very blessed to be able to get your car fixed or do stuff on your car. It just feels like you're going to be really, really happy. Like to me, this car is like smiling at me. Okay. So it's like really, really happy with the number 7 here. The 7 can be kind of sharp. So it's kind of like, I feel like it's like almost like a deal like that you get. Like somebody cuts you a deal. To me, it's like a cut kind of thing. They cut you a deal. They say, we were going to charge you $600, but instead we're going to charge you $300, or say something was going to cost you, like you thought it was going to cost you like $3,000, but you leave and it's only $700. That's what I'm seeing here. For some of you, it's not a car at all. It's maybe you get a good deal on, let's say, buying a bed, or, buying something for yourself. This could be shopping. There's tons of sales right now for Christmas that we just came off Black Friday. So there's tons of sales going on. So maybe you got a good deal on something. You find something and it's 50% off. Maybe it could be a item of clothing, or it could be anything that you want that's on sale. I'm seeing specifically something on sale. There's so many messages coming through. And I'm going to have to let you guys go here in a second. We have the mermaid whale piece coming through the number 2. And I want to talk about this because this to me indicates some kind of relationship development from somebody who really, really loves you, or someone who really wants to have a relationship with you. And it might be unexpected. Like you might be thinking you're flying solo, and you might not think that you're going to ever get into a relationship, or you're ever going to find love, or you're ever going to have anything. But the number 2 is about relationships. And so, and the mermaid here, this is a whale. This is really loving energy. You might be really surprised about the people that come and go at this time in your life that are either really loving. This could be, family, extended family, friends, people that pop in that you see. Maybe this is like hugging someone unexpectedly. This is maybe, kissing someone unexpectedly. This is like having a romantic conversation. This is words of love unexpectedly. Coming through the number 2, but to me, the 2 is very solid. It's building stuff. It's long-term stuff. So it's not just like, oh, okay, we're gonna go hook up tonight. It's more of like, no, like they are interested in like building something with you long-term. There's so many other things that want to come through, but I have to end off here. Thank you guys so much for being amazing followers and fans. I'll be back again, so stay tuned. And I guess I wish you guys all the best, and I send everybody big hugs, big kisses, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye, guys.